Ladies and gents, I'm Lucy Reaction, and this is Miscellaneous Myths Perseus. He's brave, he's strong, he's primarily remembered for being the only Greek hero to actually get a happy ending. Okay, wait a minute. Does other Greek heroes get bad ending? What about Hercules? Or Heracles, whatever the name is. I don't know. That's right, it's everyone's favorite namesake of a YA protagonist. Perseus. YA? I don't know that. Known for previous one adventure, Perseus also carries the distinction of being the only Greek hero without an obnoxious character flaw. None of Hercules' rages, okay, Jason or Theseus' wifely abandonment, or Orpheus' complete inability to keep his shit together for 5 consecutive minutes. Yeah, Perseus. I think, I watched the movie Clash of the Titans and Wrath of the Titans. The main guy is Perseus, apparently. I don't know how accurate the movie is, but I don't know. It must be somewhat accurate. I mean, they might have, changed something here and there because they took the story from a myth. So they're going to change things. They're not going to keep it completely true. But yeah. This is gonna be fun. I reacted to a few videos from overly sarcastic production already. If you haven't seen them, check out the link in the description. They are there somewhere. Check out the cast for all the different playlists like Internet Historian, Salmonella, CGB Grey, things like that, Tearzu. And yeah, let's watch this one.
So, this is the first video in what'll probably be a longish series of miscellaneous myths. Now, initially, I'll primarily be focusing on Greek mythology, as it's
Wait a minute, this is first miscellaneous myths video? Damn, okay.
One of the mythologies that's been more influential to popular culture in the past millennia or so. But I think we all know how bad I am at staying focused on one subject at a time, so we might roam pretty far afield in this series. Don't get disoriented if we leave off in Thebes and start up again in Central America. Now, to start us off simply, I'll be covering a myth that you're probably all at least vaguely familiar with, mostly because references to it got catapulted back into popular culture within the past few years. It's the story of Perseus and Medusa. Now, as is often the case in Greek mythology, Perseus' story begins long before Perseus actually does.
Yeah, Percy Jackson. That movie also features Perseus, right? How many Perseus movies are there, man? And what about other Greek gods? Why don't make movies about them?
In fact, it begins with a prophecy. Now, this particular prophecy isn't as cushy as the last one we dealt with. In this case, the king Acrisius was told by an oracle that he was doomed to die at the hands of his grandson. Acrisius took this news about as well as you'd expect and decided his only course of action was to lock his childless daughter Danae in an underground cell and basically leave her there to die of old age. I don't often say this, but why don't you just kill her? But Zeus, who never met a mortal woman he didn't want to make sweet, sweet arrows to, spotted the beautiful Danae in her prison.
I love that. I love this. Look at that.
But Zeus,
look at that. Ooh, what do we have there?
who never met a mortal woman he didn't want to make sweet, sweet arrows to, spotted the beautiful Danae in her prison and, unwilling to let something like eternal solitary confinement stop him, turned himself into a rain of gold and showered himself into her cell, whereupon he made her pregnant and left. Man, isn't that just like a deity? You can bet he's not going to pay child support either. So Danae has a kid and her dad panics because of the prophecy and stuffs her and the kid into a trunk and throws it into the ocean. Jesus! With the kind of father figures this kid has, it's gonna be a miracle if he doesn't grow up to be a psychopath. So Danae and her son, whose name, as you've probably already guessed, is Perseus, drift ashore on...
Yeah, I think this is where the movie starts, Clash of the Titan. So I guess he's gonna die, and Ralph Fiennes, aka Hades, is gonna come and kill the entire farmer family, and Perseus is gonna be alone again. It looks like that's not true because they're already at the shore.
On the tiny island of Seriphus, where they're taken in by a childless fisherman and his wife. So Perseus grows up with 3 parents and 1 absentee...
What? He survives? So Clash of the Titans basically ruins the story from the start. The kills off the mother, I guess.
Godfather, and his life is pretty chill. Until the king, Polydictes, decides that Perseus' mom has got it going on and decides to make her marry him. However, Danae refuses, and Polydictes is too scared of Perseus to press the issue. So, like any sane ruler, he decides to get Perseus out of the way by sending the lad on a quest that'll almost certainly kill him, and that way he'll be able to get with Danae without any interference. Polydictes convinces Perseus to go out and slay the Gorgon Medusa, a woman who had once been beautiful, but after she and Poseidon got busy in one of Athena's temples, she was cursed by the goddess to have badass snake hair and also be so hideous as to turn anyone who looks at her into stone. Modern interpretations usually make her super hot anyway, but hey, whatever.
Bit of over-exaggeration, overreaction by Athena. I mean, really? That's how Medusa came to be, damn.
So Perseus, young, hot, and full of crippling naivete, ventures out into the great wide world to find him a deadly Gorgon. However, thanks to some divine nepotism, he's given a leg up by the various Greek gods, who give him some magic items to make the quest actually possible. Hermes gives him a sword and his winged sandals, and Athena gives him the mirror shield, because apparently petrifying ugliness only petrifies you if you look at it head on. Then, they tell him that he needs to visit the Graces.
Hold up there. So Athena made Medusa, and now Athena's helping Perseus So, Perseus doesn't die. Why not Athena just go there and kill Medusa? I mean, she's the reason why Medusa is there to begin with. And why are these gods helping him? Is it the thing that these Greek gods do, like help a demigod or something?
Sisters in order to find out where the Gorgons actually live. So he scoots on over there and gets the Grey Sisters to tell him where the Medusa lives by holding their eyeball hostage. It makes just as much sense in context. Anyway.
Wait a minute, that was the scene from Clash of the Titans, right? At least something was right.
Anyway, after marking the location on his map, Perseus goes to the next quest marker, which happens to be the Garden of Hera, who's oddly cool with his presence, despite her typical reaction to Zeus's kids. Anyway, the nymphs of the garden give Perseus a sack to hold Medusa's head and a magic helmet to make him invisible.
Magic helmet. Magic helmet. Magic helmet.
Guess which one of those is probably going to be more useful?
Magic helmet.
Now, I wish I could tell you that Perseus and Medusa had some awesome final showdown, maybe with lightning and rains of fire or something, but Perseus is a pragmatic hero, so he sneaks in while Medusa's asleep and chops off her head. Well, that was easy. But this myth is missing something.
That's it?
Well, a few things, actually. Where's the drama? The final showdown? Could we maybe throw in a princess or something? Ask and ye shall receive. As Perseus is flying home, he spots a beautiful princess.
What the hell? So, all those gods helping him and, Athena giving him the mirror, there was no need. She was sleeping and he just went there and, took her head. Damn, this is effed up. So obviously movie dramatized that a bit more, obviously. They can just show that.
Princess, whose name is Andromeda, chained to a rock by the ocean. When he pops down to ask her what's up, she tells him that her mother managed to piss off the ocean itself, and it sent a sea monster to ravage the land. They can only make it stop if they sacrifice Andromeda. Now, Perseus does what any red-blooded Greco-Roman hero would do and vows—
Wait a minute, that's also in the movie. That's the final scene, isn't it? What the hell?
to slay the sea monster and save the princess. And he does. Okay, fine. Perseus flies around the thrashing beast, frantically dodging as it does its absolute best to swallow the young prince whole. But Perseus is too nimble for the cumbersome creature and wears down its defenses little by little until finally, the monster lays slain at his feet. Happy? So Perseus returns home to Polydictes and delivers the Medusa's head to him, unsurprisingly petrifying him and his entire court of bad guys in one fell swoop. Then he and Andromeda get married, the fisherman who saved him as a baby becomes king, and everyone ends up happy. Oh, but what about the prophecy? Well, see, a few years later, King Acrisius visits the basically Olympics in the city of Larissa, whereupon Perseus accidentally beans him with a discus. The end.
Okay, that was a bit way too fast. I have to check again.
Andromeda get married, the fisherman who saved him as a baby becomes king, and everyone ends up happy. Oh, but what about the prophecy? Well, see, a few years later, King Acrisius visits the basically Olympics in the city of Larissa, whereupon Perseus accidentally beans him with a discus. The end.
Prophecy has to be fulfilled, right? One way or another. Whether the story builds up to it or not does not matter. This was awesome. It was a very short one, but it was awesome. Man. So obviously the movie, took lots of out of it, like, killing the mother. That was not the case. Then Hades comes and kills the farmers. That was not the case either. So, I don't know why they changed so much. They could have worked with this, but yeah. Alright people, that was Miscellaneous Miss Perseus. Which next Miscellaneous Miss you want me to react to? Comment down, I guess. And if you like my reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out the Rick Sunday, this is the link in the description. Check out the cast for the playlist, check out the end cards. And I'll see you next time.